Welcome to Mello Tone In. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. For more stories like the one you are about to hear, please like and subscribe. Thank you. As dawn broke over the horizon, the vibrant city of Theros was bathed in a soft golden glow that seemed to awaken the very soul of this ancient metropolis. The city's majestic stone walls, once built to protect it from invaders, now stood as a testament to the passage of time and the unyielding spirit of its inhabitants. In the heart of Theros, the expansive central plaza was gradually coming to life as bleary-eyed merchants, each with unique stories and diverse backgrounds, began to set up their stalls. The marketplace started filling with vibrant colors and a myriad of scents as the merchants prepared to showcase their exotic wares, from intricately woven tapestries and handcrafted jewelry to aromatic spices and rare delectable fruits. As the first light of morning seeped into a secluded courtyard, two figures found themselves locked in an intricate dance of steel. With each deft, calculated maneuver, their swords clashed in a symphony of metallic resonance that filled the crisp air. The glint of sunlight reflecting off their blades revealed the intensity in their eyes, a testament to their unwavering focus. As their shadows stretched and twisted over the cobblestones, the combatants moved in a seamless ballet, their fluid motions the result of countless hours spent honing their craft. As the young paladin moved with purpose, his chiseled jawline set in a determined expression, the courtyard seemed to bend to his will. His flowing blonde hair danced in the wind, framing piercing blue eyes that seemed to see right through any obstacle. Standing tall, he emanated a sense of quiet confidence and strength that demanded respect. The rich blue of his gambeson, intricately embroidered with the silver emblem of his order, a noble, rearing steed, caught the sunlight, further emphasizing his commanding presence. As the tension between the combatants intensified, the young paladin's senses appeared to sharpen. With every feint and lunge, he seemed to read his opponent's intentions, his body reacting with lightning speed to parry or dodge her attacks. Despite his heightened awareness, however, her agility and fighting prowess remained a formidable challenge. She fluidly adapted her strategy, her movements graceful yet powerful, always staying one step ahead of him. Then, just when he thought he had found an opening, she deftly countered or slipped away, her experience and skill a constant reminder to the paladin that there was still much to learn. She was a striking figure in her own right, her posture embodying the power she possessed. Her long, dark hair, tamed into a tight braid, accentuated her striking features. High cheekbones framed her fierce brown eyes, which seemed to smolder with determination as she met each challenge with unwavering resolve. Her muscular yet lithe frame was a testament to her dedication and years of rigorous training. Her sleek black gambeson, accentuated by red and gold trim, spoke to her fiery spirit and passion for the art of combat. As she continued to gain the upper hand, subtle changes began to manifest in the young paladin's demeanor. His jaw tightened, his eyes narrowed, and his movements grew more forceful, revealing the frustration simmering beneath the surface. This ever-increasing agitation clouded his judgment, causing his once precise and calculated attacks to become erratic and uncontrolled. The mounting tension within him threatened to spiral into a destructive force, making it increasingly difficult to maintain his composure and focus on the battle. In a flash of unbridled fury, the young paladin's arm whipped forward, unleashing a powerful punch. An invisible torrent of energy erupted from his clenched fist, propelled by the unchecked emotions simmering within him. The sheer intensity of the blast far exceeded his intentions, striking the warrior with a force that belied its ethereal nature. Caught off guard, the young warrior hurled through the air, her body twisting and contorting as it hurtled toward the unforgiving ground. She collided with the earth with a sickening thud, the impact reverberating through her bones and stealing the breath from her lungs. The paladin's anger immediately evaporated, replaced by a deep sense of regret and concern for his fallen friend. He dashed to her side, his voice strained with remorse. "Kira, I didn't mean to. Are you all right?" Struggling to catch her breath and grimacing with each inhale, Kira mustered the strength to respond.
"I'm all right, just took the wind out of me,"
she said, trying to regain her composure.
"Could be a bruised rib, though."
"Please forgive me, Kira," Andrew said as he helped her sit up. "I let my emotions get the best of me. Again. I don't know what came over me." Andrew was an empathic, gifted with the unique ability to tap into the essence, a potent force rooted in emotional energy. Empathics could wield this essence, transforming the raw power of emotions into various applications, with the effects being shaped by the nature of the emotion itself. For instance, emotions such as love and compassion could be harnessed by empathics to promote healing and restoration, providing solace and rejuvenation to those in need. On the other hand, anger, with its fiery and turbulent nature, could unleash a more destructive force when channeled by an empathic, often leading to unintended consequences if not carefully controlled. The true potential of an empathic lay in their ability to navigate the vast spectrum of emotions, learning to harness their power judiciously and responsibly to serve the greater good. The essence coursing through Andrew was both a blessing and a curse. As the spells and effects it generated were intimately connected to emotions, using the essence could profoundly affect the user's emotional, mental, and physical state. This could overwhelm him, sometimes causing his emotions to spiral out of control. Marcus narrowed his eyes as he approached Andrew. A venerable figure among the paladins, Marcus was Andrew's mentor. His grizzled beard and weathered features spoke of the many battles he had faced and the wisdom he had garnered throughout his life. As a veteran paladin and powerful empathic, Marcus had dedicated himself to the teachings and principles of his order, taking it upon himself to pass his knowledge to the next generation. When Marcus first encountered Andrew, he saw a spark within the young man that mirrored his own passion and determination from years past. Recognizing Andrew's potential and empathic nature, Marcus decided to take him under his wing and serve as his mentor. The bond between Andrew and Marcus grew strong through countless hours of rigorous training and heartfelt conversations. Marcus was patient and nurturing, serving as a fatherly figure to Andrew and providing him with not only physical training, but also valuable life lessons. He understood Andrew's struggles and challenges, as he had traversed a similar path in his youth.
Andrew, remember that your emotions are both a source of strength and a potential weakness,
he cautioned.
You must learn to harness them, not let them control you.
Still feeling the sting of his actions towards Kira, Andrew looked up at Marcus with a mix of shame and confusion. I understand, Marcus, but it's so difficult sometimes. My emotions take over, and I can't control them. Marcus placed a firm hand on Andrew's shoulder, his gaze steady and reassuring.
I know it's not easy, my boy. It takes time and practice to master your emotions. But remember, a true paladin wields not only his sword, but also his heart.
Andrew nodded, taking in the wisdom of his mentor's words. But how do I do that, Marcus? How do I learn to control the essence inside me? Marcus smiled, a gentle warmth in his eyes.
First, you must acknowledge your emotions. Understand what triggers them and why they surface. Then you must learn to channel them, using them as fuel for the essence rather than allowing them to overwhelm you.
Andrew furrowed his brow, deep in thought. But what if I hurt someone again, as I did with Kira? Marcus's expression grew serious.
That is why we train, Andrew. Training teaches us to recognize our limits and control the essence. Come,
Marcus said.
Let me show you.
Andrew glanced at Kira and said, You should come as well, so we can practice together.
Let's begin with emotional meditation,
Marcus said.
Settle into a comfortable position, close your eyes, and focus on your breath.
Andrew followed Marcus's instructions, inhaling and exhaling slowly, gradually becoming aware of his emotional state. He identified each emotion as it arose, allowing them to flow through him without judgment or attachment.
Now visualize your emotions as colors or shapes,
Marcus explained.
Try to isolate specific emotions such as anger or sadness, and mentally project them outside your body. This will help you separate yourself from your emotions and harness them more effectively.
As Andrew concentrated on this visualization, he could see his frustration taking the form of a deep red orb. He focused on moving the orb away from himself, feeling a sense of relief as he did so. Marcus guided Andrew through a set of emotional channeling exercises designed to harness his emotions for a specific purpose. Together, they focused on transforming the raw energy of his feelings into a powerful yet controlled force. Under Marcus's watchful eye, Andrew concentrated on the recently discovered serenity, allowing it to permeate his entire being. As he did so, his hands began to emanate a soft, warm glow, signaling the manifestation of his healing touch. With a gentle and deliberate motion, Andrew placed his hands on Kira's bruised rib. The warmth of his touch spread through her body, soothing the injured area and easing her pain. As the energy from his hands worked its magic, Kira's expression gradually relaxed, and her breathing returned to normal, indicating the success of Andrew's control over the essence.
Well done, Andrew.
Marcus praised, his voice filled with genuine admiration.
Now let's work on emotional shielding. I want you to envision a protective barrier surrounding your body, acting as a filter for incoming emotions. Remember, you have the ability to adjust this shield, choosing which emotions to let in or keep out, depending on your needs at the time.
Andrew closed his eyes, taking a deep breath to center himself. Then, within the depths of his mind, he began to conjure an image of a shimmering, translucent barrier enveloping his entire form. The iridescent shield appeared to pulse with life, reflecting the ebb and flow of emotions surrounding him. As he grew more comfortable with this visualization, Andrew experimented with adjusting the properties of his emotional shield. With deliberate intent, he allowed feelings of love and empathy to permeate the barrier, the positive energies washing over him like a gentle breeze. At the same time, he focused on keeping anger and frustration at bay, the shield's surface rippling as it repelled the more volatile emotions. Once they had completed the emotional shielding exercise, Marcus decided it was time to move on to empathy training. With various scenarios prepared, they took turns role-playing different situations designed to help Andrew refine his empathic abilities and use them responsibly and compassionately. In one scenario, Marcus played a distraught villager who had just lost his home in a fire. Andrew listened intently, his brow furrowed with concern as he focused on the emotions welling up within the villager. He allowed himself to feel the sorrow and despair, but rather than be overwhelmed, he used this connection to offer genuine empathy and reassurance, providing a sense of solace to the distressed character. In another scene, Andrew finds himself as a mediator, working to resolve a heated dispute between two friends, played by Marcus. First, Andrew practiced tapping into the emotions of both parties, seeking to understand their perspectives and grievances. Then, using his empathic ability, he guided the conversation with care and understanding, helping the friends find common ground and ultimately reach a resolution. Throughout their training session, Andrew continued to develop his ability to tune into the emotions of others, all while maintaining control over his own feelings. Under Marcus's watchful eye, Andrew's empathic abilities grew stronger, and his confidence in wielding them steadily increased.
Lastly,
Marcus stated, his voice firm yet encouraging,
let's focus on emotional release. It's essential to engage in a physical activity that allows you to safely let go of any pent-up emotions, preventing them from overwhelming you during crucial moments. I think 100 ground presses should do the trick,
Marcus suggested with a knowing smile, casting a playful wink in Kira's direction. Andrew exhaled deeply, his expression a mixture of resignation and suspicion. He couldn't help but wonder if this was more of a light-hearted punishment than an actual training exercise. Regardless, he knew better than to argue with Marcus. Fair enough, he sighed, mentally bracing himself for the demanding challenge. Kira chimed in, her tone teasing yet supportive.
Make sure your chest taps the ground on each one.
She advised with a smirk.
And don't forget to count them out.
Upon completing the ground presses, Andrew was visibly exhausted, beads of sweat dotting his face. Marcus tossed him a soft cloth to wipe his face. As Andrew caught the cloth and began to dab at his face, Marcus spoke, his voice filled with encouragement and wisdom.
Remember, Andrew, it's through consistent training and practice that we learn to recognize our limits and control the essence. Your progress is evident, but you must continue to work diligently, for there is still a way to go on your journey to mastery.
Andrew took Marcus's words to heart, understanding the importance of perseverance and dedication in honing his skills and learning to wield his gift responsibly. Thank you, Marcus, Andrew replied. I'm grateful for your guidance. Marcus nodded at Andrew and said,
That's enough for today. Get some rest, you're going to need it tomorrow.
Andrew raised an eyebrow and looked inquisitively at Marcus.
The council has summoned the both of you.
Marcus answered.
You must report first thing in the morning.
As Marcus began to walk away, he noticed Andrew and Kira, who stood frozen in place, their eyes wide with a mixture of shock and anticipation. With a knowing grin and an air of mystery, he glanced over his shoulder at the pair and said,
I think they may have a mission for you.